Only a few parts left to go. Awesome. Still a giant empty hole. Not awesome. A pretty much finished engine. Also awesome. Hey guys, so I haven't been doing many updates on the car itself because, well, you can probably hear in this, I'm fucking sick, and I mean extremely sick. So I've been trying to work on it here and there, but I feel like shit. I just, plain and simple, I do not feel good at all. So I've been trying to get the car together, and when I do work on it, I haven't been setting up for filming or anything, so I'm kind of slacking. Sorry about that. So I'll just give you a small update on where the car's at right now. So if you guys can see, I have mostly everything back together now. Got the timing belt on, everything top to bottom's together. 272 cams are in, which you probably see in another video. I'll show you how to install cams. Turbo, manifolds all back on now. Everything's tied together. And I had someone else ask me about this. This is actually to protect the drain line since it sits, as you can see, so damn close to the manifold. I've heard of nightmares where the drain line actually burns, catches the engine on fire, and the car catches on fire. I didn't want that to happen, so DEI makes this nice wrap here that actually goes up and around the drain line. It's a little pricey, but it has been on the car, was on the car for about 12,000 miles. Now it's going back on for God knows how long. And as you can see, it looks new still. This stuff really does work, and I haven't had a single issue. So that went back on the car. But yeah, everything's pretty much back together. Got the intake manifold on. All the injectors are together. So just going to put the cam gears, or cam cover on, and spark plug covers, and the engine's pretty much assembled. I have to put the transmission back together, but man, she's pretty much done. I'm so fucking happy right now. And I had someone else ask me why I put the blow-off valve on the throttle body. So what I've been told is a couple different variations. You should keep it as close as possible to the throttle. No, you should keep it as close as possible to the turbo. Blah, 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 blah. In my eyes, this is my theory. That system is a closed vacuum system, right? So no matter where you put that, it's going to be instantaneous. No matter where you have that at, it should be instantaneous. As soon as you let off the throttle, that should cut the pressure and it should relieve immediately. No matter where it's at, it should cut the pressure out. Now I put it there just because it's ease of use and easy to get to. I never liked it down in front of the bumper. I just didn't like the fact of that getting dirty and dirt going up in it, because when you're not at full boost or when you're off of it, that's open. So that's open dirt, debris can get inside the engine. I just don't like that fact at all. That just kind of bothered me. So I never really went with that route and never wanted to really do that. So putting it up there makes it easy for me. As you can see, it just makes it easy for me to access when I need to get to it. That was pretty much the only reason I did that. Everything's timed up. I marked everything here on the time gear, or the cam gears, just to make my life easy, and mark the belt too, just in case I ever do remove it and I forget to actually mark it. It's already marked. What else, guys? That's pretty much it. This is all welded up. I need to put, well, I haven't got the stuff back from powder coat yet. That's another thing. I have to get that back yet. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and put the cam gear covers back on, and yeah, that should be it. All right, so went and picked up spark plugs here. These are the same ones I was using before actually, but I went ahead and got 12, 6 for startup, and then another 6 for right after, so checking them, and I'll probably have to get another 6 for tuning. Just for my sake, I'm probably going to bring, I don't know, probably bring 20 spark plugs to tuning, 6 that are in it, and then I'll probably bring another dozen just so they can keep checking them and they have an extra set. So I'll probably go through a ton of these spark plugs. They're not too much money. I think these are like $2 a piece, so yeah, it does add up, obviously. So it is what it is. So it's like $12 for a set of 6. I always get the same ones, BKR 7E. The 4644 is a stock number if you guys ever want to look into them. So yeah, I'm going to take out the old junk ones here, which I had them literally in there just so nothing would fall down the cylinder head. If you guys didn't know, I'll kind of give this out. A little while back, I was doing a compression test of this car. While I was doing the compression test, there was a little issue. I had dropped down into the cylinder head, no idea how, no fucking idea how I did this, but I dropped down in there a little washer. Well, I put everything back together and started up and heard this weird noise. What the fuck is that? Next thing you know, I'm like freaking out, can't figure it out. Look down in there, it doesn't seem like anything's there. Put everything back together again, start up and hear it again and go, what the fuck is wrong after I did this compression test? So again, I'm like, all right, went out, go and buy one of those little cameras, spend like $150 so I can get a bore camera and go down in there, turn on the light inside the bore camera, and lo and behold, there's a little washer in there. I'm like, fuck. Did I destroy the head on this car? I hope not. But I'll take it all apart, check everything, do another compression test. Turns out everything's fine. So I got very, very lucky. I don't have to worry about anything, but I'm kind of paranoid ever since that's ever happened, and like I make sure nothing is ever exposed to drop down in the head. It was also kind of my fault. If you guys can hear, I'm still fucking sick. Sorry, guys. It's like a common cold going around this area right now. That's what happened. I kind of fucked up. So ever since then, I try to be as careful as possible. So what I'm going to do next here is gap the plugs to 28 thousandths. Since I'm only running 93 pump, that actually might even be a little low. I want to try and keep the idle as quality as possible, but the coil packs are a little old, so I can't just throw the spark plugs in. I think from them, I think they are gapped at 35 thousandths. I could be wrong, guys. Let me know, but I'm going to gap them to 28 thousandths, and it should drive and idle fine, and shouldn't get spark blowout at that. So that's what I'm going to do here next, and yeah. Well, I'm working on the transmission right now, putting the W58 back in because, well, I just wanted to start, and I don't have a CD009 yet, so I'm just putting it in, and I have a new throwout bearing for it because the old one was shot. I was like, well, how bad was it? If you guys can see, that's the throwout bearing, all right? If you can see, yeah, it literally fell apart. I was wondering why it was sticking so bad. Well, it's because the center section fucking literally is sticking. Look at it. It should not stick like that. That's not how it's supposed to work. Junk. That's what happens when you buy cheap shit. This is the one that came from my spec clutch, and it is pretty much a piece of junk. God damn, this thing is dirty. Good God, I actually might take off. You know what? I'm actually take off this bell housing here and have it clean, because that's fucking nasty. Ugh. You know what? Now we need to go, the engine needs to go up. Maybe bring up your mom. Can you draw it down? No, that's not it. Would you though? Would you guys? Would you just look at it? It's fucking in the car. I'm so happy right now. Engine's in. See, look. Engine is in. Happy. His face doesn't look happy because I feel like shit still. Happy. Alright, so the engine's in the car now, and now, what do we have to do next? I'm not sure what I gotta do next, but like, I mean, I gotta do the fuel, I gotta make the fuel lines, I gotta do like a couple other things too, so I'm glad to get the engine in. My buddy Colt Martin came over and helped me out, so did my buddy Mike Bolka. Yeah, they're both big car guys too, and they both were nice enough to come help me last night there and finish up the car. So I have a little bit more to do and should be good to go. I'm mostly going to be waiting on the wiring harness for now. As you can see, it fits in very nice, and it looks much cleaner this time since I cleaned most of it up. Only thing that looks like shit is the AC. I almost wanted to buy a new AC condenser to try and clean this thing up. I feel like it would be a pain, but I don't even know how much a new AC condenser would even cost. So I'm not sure if you guys can even see that there, but it looks like shit. But everything else looks pretty clean and nice. I'm hoping, like I keep saying this over and over again, I hope I did everything right. I checked, I triple checked, I double checked. I hope to God I did everything right. If not, it's going to be a bad day for me. So, yeah. So, as of right now, everything looks okay, and, yeah, I'm pretty freaking happy right now. Let's see if I can get up. It's pretty damn cool. Pretty fucking happy. The anodized covers look like shit, though. My God, they look like hell. Like, I don't know why they did it. Like, look at the cap. The cap stayed perfectly black, yet the actual covers turned like a purplish black almost, and look like you could see every fingerprint on them. I don't know what caused them to do that. I mean, I'm assuming heat caused it to happen, but why it did it so badly, I don't know. The fittings in the back are still perfectly black also, the AN fitting, so something must have happened when they went to the anodizer and they coated it. Because if you look here, now these always do turn color. The towel wastegates now, that's been on there for 12,000 miles. And you can see it's the black's starting to turn the purplish color as usual. But nothing too crazy. I mean, compared to, if you look at this, look at that. Look at this, now look at that. Now look at this, now look at that. Why is that happening? This sees a shit ton of heat being right next to the exhaust manifold and right next to the turbo itself. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm not sure what caused all of that. Kind of should have took off the front bumper. I hit it a little bit right here when installing it. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. Nothing big, no big deal, but last time I had taken it off and pulling the engine out, I didn't hit it, but we were having technical difficulties getting it in this time, so I did mar it up a little bit. So looking pretty good. Got most of the shop cleaned up, or the garage shop. It's not a shop. What the fuck am I saying? The garage is mostly cleaned up. I got to get some stuff off the floor. Yeah, I should have coated the floor. Blah, blah, blah. I know, but didn't have the money. So watching Little Nicky right now. You guys ever seen that movie? If you haven't seen Little Nicky, it's a fucking awesome movie. Hilarious. Drink a bunch of beer, smoke a bunch of weed once and watch it. You'll fucking laugh your ass off. Another big thing for this year, so we're in 2017 now. I know most of my videos are so random. You see me in different outfits because half the time I keep changing or doing this. I get very little time to work on the car here and there, and it's very spotty. For 2017 here, I'm going to try and go alcohol free. I know I kind of based everything off of working on cars, being a loudmouth asshole, and drinking. But I kind of just want to see if I can go an entire year without alcohol. We'll see. I mean, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I'm on day 2. So we'll see. That's the goal, to go without alcohol for the entire year and go from there. Wish me luck. This is pretty much all the parts that are left. There's an old turbo that doesn't count, but that's to the battery brackets. That is the, what was I going to say intercooler. Fuck, I'm out of it. Is the catch can, and then this is just piping stuff and the drive shaft. I actually might go ahead and just put the drive shaft in today, but I want to kind of get a new seal just so it doesn't leak at all. And I want to do a few other random things. So I might go ahead and just do that here. I also have to, hold on. I'd also like to clean this up some down here. You can see my AM's mounted right now. I got my igniter down here. 12-volt switch. It's a ghetto bracket I had made so I can mount everything up and it wouldn't move around at all. I've seen guys just lay their ECUs down here, and I can't, I just don't like that. I feel like that's just, I don't know. I just feel like that's just a way for shit to happen and go wrong. So that's how it's set up right now, and yeah. So I might clean this up and redo the bracket itself and maybe move something around. I won't have a jumper harness anymore, so it won't be as cluttered, and hopefully I can actually put the cover back on it. There's a stock plastic cover that goes over all this, so a kick panel per se. This way you can't screw up the ECU and stuff. And before I was just telling everyone, don't step on the top part of the carpet because you'll smash my ECU and plugs and connectors. So I want to be able to put that back on and not have to worry anymore. So that's one of the things I want to get done here too. Not sure if you guys can see or if the light helps at all, if it makes it worse, but all the interior is together now. The dick shifter's back in. Yeah, everything's back together for the most part in here. I have to go back through the trunk and do a few things, but I left most of the trunk apart just in case the fuel doesn't work out and I messed up something on the fuel pump. But everything should be good to go. It's a little dirty. I mean, what I call dirty. I mean, there's dust and stuff and fingerprints, which I hate. Top of my door's fucked up there. You know, usual. Removed before flight because I'm a tool and bought that. So yeah. It's pretty. I can't wait to hear it move and be on the ground again. I'm tired of it sitting up in the air like this. It's kind of driving me crazy too. It'll be nice to get everything up and out of the way and everything cleaned up. That's it, guys, for right now. I know that I skipped a lot for you guys. I was kind of in a rush here at the last part. I had just been sick and I just didn't feel like moving the camera around all the time. I know I'd skipped a lot of you guys. I kind of feel bad for that, but I put the intake manifold on separately. I went ahead and didn't show the sequence because all that stuff I'd shown in past videos, shown taking it all off and everything. So I figure just repeat that process in backwards order. I mean, I figured you guys are smart enough to do that. Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. So as usual, guys, please share these videos. I hope I can help someone out. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the means. I am not a mechanic. I follow the Toyota book as much as I can. I rely on a lot of friends, a lot of people that have been in this industry a lot longer than I ever will be. So I'm hoping everything I show you guys works out and helps you along the way. So if you guys can share this, like these videos, have people subscribe, I would deeply appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And thank you guys, and talk to you later.